Atlanta Falcons. I'll see you again at halftime. Now it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. 14, Spill. Set.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoopful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Undercut.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball to the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Here's Johnson. Off play action. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Forced out to his left. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Johnson, he'll buy some time right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Lock now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Second and goal from the 1. Now to the air. Lock. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Off the play fake. Johnson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You see me? You see me?
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Johnson, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's May. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Johnson off the play fake. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Falcons! As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. Throwing his lock on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position. You're doing under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
56, Mike, 56, right? 56.
Now Johnson operating from the gun. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Johnson. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Locke to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Locke now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come to halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Johnson now throwing to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's May. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Johnson. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. Here's Johnson throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Back to throw. Johnson. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. And now it's blocked. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they...
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
They can't see us.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take. Locke trying again after the pick 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Locked now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Johnson going to throw again. Steps away to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, block. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Block now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
On first down, Locke. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Check 52.
They'll try and run for it. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Dancing to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Johnson now operating from the gun. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll get 34 yards there. Looking to throw. Johnson throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back to throw. Johnson. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Forced out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Johnson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that gets...
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got